Welcome back once again to our series on how to start lifting. So we've already covered how to squat, how to press, how to bench press, how to deadlift, and we'll link to those videos below. But today we're going to talk about how to go about your first workout, how to go through your first day of lifting. We're going to do you one better. We're going to go through your first 2 days of lifting. So hold on to your butts. Our day one workout is going to consist of the squat, the press, and the deadlift. Now, if you want to put the bench press here instead, that's fine, it doesn't matter. We're going to start with the press. So it's going to begin with the squat, and you can watch our squat video, but the idea is you're going to work up to a manageable weight in the squat where the bar speed starts to slow down a little bit, and at which point you know that if you were to add more weight to the bar, your technique would be compromised. So let's show an example of what this might look like. Our goal here is to squat 3 sets of 5 reps, so 3 by 5, and that's going to represent our work weights. So we start off with an empty bar, 45 pounds, 5 reps, 2 sets. Then we're just going to start to add some weight, 5, 10, maybe 15 pounds at a time in manageable increments. So this is going to vary by person. This is just one example that we could give. So we go to 65 pounds, 5 reps, 1 set. Then we go to 85 pounds, 5 reps, 1 set. At that point, it starts to get a little bit harder. Maybe we notice a slight change in bar speed, but not much. So we only add 10 pounds, and then we finish up with 95 pounds for 5 reps and 3 sets. These are our work sets. This is the 3 sets of 5 reps that we said that we were going to do at the beginning. And then we're done with the squat for the day. In terms of how long you need to rest, you really don't need to rest at all between your warm-up sets. You can simply change the weight when it's time to change the weight and then squat again. So you load it up to 65, squat. Load it up to 85, squat. Load it up to 95, you can do your first set. Now you know that you're at your work weight. The bar speed started to slow down a little bit. So now you're going to rest a little bit longer. Maybe you're going to rest 3-4 minutes, something like that. That's probably sufficient rest for day one. In addition to writing this all down in your training log, and we've got a video on that, and we'll put a link to that below as well, you're also going to write down the next weight that you're going to do. So this particular lifter, their next workout is going to be 105 pounds. We'll talk about some common jumps for these lifts later, but for now, this lifter is going to do 105 next time. Next, we're going to move on to the press, and again, we're going to do 3 sets of 5 reps. So you can see we're going to start off the exact same way that we started in the squat. We're going to start with the empty bar, 45 pounds. You may need to use a lighter bar. That's perfectly acceptable too. This is just the empty bar that we're using, a standard 45-pound bar. 45 pounds, 5 reps, 2 sets. Then we're going to add 10 pounds this time. This is an upper body lift for the press and the bench. Expect to make smaller jumps on those lifts than you would on your lower body lifts, like your squat and your deadlift. So we jump to 55 pounds, 5 reps, 1 set. Then maybe we only go to 60 pounds. The bar speed starts to slow down. We know that if we're going to go any heavier, it's going to start to compromise some things. So that's our work weight for the day. And we're going to do 60 pounds, 5 reps, 3 sets, and then you'll note we're going to write down the next weight that we're going to do, which is going to be 65 pounds. We're just going to make a 5-pound jump to our next press workout. Then we're going to move on to our last lift of the workout, and that's going to be the deadlift. The deadlift is just going to be not 3 sets of 5 reps, but 1 set of 5 reps for our work set. So let's come up with an example for this as well. When you're deadlifting, a couple things are going to change for your initial set. Number one, you're not going to actually use an empty bar because you want some plates on the bar that elevate the bar to the position that it would be sitting on with full-size plates. So if you're not going to start with 135 pounds, in other words, a 45-pound metal plate on each side, and many people won't, you're going to need some bumper plates, or at least some stack that's going to elevate your plates or your bar up to the correct height. So we're just going to pretend like we have 10-pound bumper plates. A lot of people have those. You can get access to those. So we're going to put a 10-pound bumper plate on each side. We're going to start with 65 pounds for 5 reps and 1 set. Now you notice over here we did 2 sets with our empty bar. Here at 65 pounds with our quote-unquote empty bar, we could do 2 sets, but our hips and our legs and our back are already pretty well warmed up for the squat. So 1 initial set will probably be sufficient. We've got a video on how to warm up as well, and we'll link to that below. Then we're going to move to 85 pounds, 5 reps, 1 set, then 105, 5 reps, 1 set. Then we move to 115. This ends up being our work weight for the day. The bar speed starts to slow down a little bit, so we do 115 pounds, 5 reps, 1 set, and our next work weight for the deadlift is going to be 125 pounds. And that's it. That's the end of your day one workout. Now that you've done your first workout, let's say you did this on a Monday, let's talk about your second workout. Let's say this is going to happen on a Wednesday. What we're really looking for here is 3 non-consecutive days a week. That works out very well. It gives you a day of rest in between. Obviously, you get 2 days of rest on the weekend. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday works out nicely. Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday also works out very well. Your first workout was the squat, the press, and the deadlift. But now here, with the example for our second workout, you can see that this is going to be the squat, the bench press, and the deadlift. So these two workouts are going to keep alternating back and forth. You can think of it, if you want to, like a squat and deadlift, or excuse me, rather a bench press or press sandwich, where the squat and the deadlift are the pieces of bread. So every day you come in, it's going to start with squatting, it's going to finish with deadlifting, but in the middle, the meat, that's going to be the bench press or the press, and it's just going to alternate back and forth. So here's our squat workout for day 2. We know, because we wrote this down in our books, we know that we're going to squat 105 today. We squatted 95 for our work sets on day 1. We're going to squat 105 for our work sets on day 2. So here's a sample warm-up. It's not the only warm-up in the world that would get you there. Like I said, we'll link to our warm-up video below. But we're going to do the empty bar, 5 reps, 2 sets. Then we'll go to 65 pounds for 5 reps. 85 pounds just for 3 reps. We're starting to taper things just a little bit here. 95 pounds for 2 reps, and you might not need this warm-up. You're gonna know whether or not you need this intermediate set as you gain some experience under the bar. So 95 pounds for 2 reps, again, just 1 set. And then we get to our work weights. 105 pounds, 5 reps, 3 sets, and we're gonna write down that next time we're gonna do 115. All right, now we're going to move on to the bench press. Now remember, for the bench press, this is the first time we're doing it. So everything's going to be sets of 5 because we're still trying to figure out what our work weight is going to be. So empty bar, 5 reps, 2 sets. Then we go to 65 pounds, 5 reps, 1 set. 75 pounds, 5 reps, 1 set. We add another 10 pounds, and this ends up being the work weight for the day. This is where the bar speed starts to slow down, and we know that if we go any heavier, things are going to start to be compromised. So we do 85 pounds, 5 reps, 3 sets, and we write down 90 as our next work weight. Now remember, for the bench press, that won't happen until 2 workouts later, because Friday's workout, if this is Wednesday, Friday's workout is going to be the press again. And then last, we're going to move on to the deadlift. We know we're going to deadlift 125 pounds today for our work set because we wrote that down last time. 65 pounds is where we'll start for 5 reps, 1 set. As you get stronger, this initial weight will go up a little bit. You won't warm up with 65 pounds as your initial set forever. But for now, 65 is good. Then we'll go to 85 pounds for 3 reps, 105 for 2 reps, and then we'll go straight to 125 for 5 reps and 1 set. And that wraps up your day 2 workout. All right, so now the question is, where do we go from here? We've got our first 2 days out of the way. We know that they're going to keep on alternating, and they're going to do this for quite a while. This should last you, believe it or not, several months doing this, adding weight to the bar every single time you come into the gym. It's easier with a coach, but you can do it on your own. There's a lot of great resources out there. You can go to Starting Strength's website. You can take a look at our YouTube channel. I would highly recommend you contact a Starting Strength coach, but you can do this on your own. But let's talk about what kind of weight jumps to make. You notice that in the squat and the deadlift, we've been making 10-pound jumps the first couple workouts. That's not unusual the first couple workouts, especially if you start off a little bit on the stronger side. However, in the long run, the squat and the deadlift are probably going to make 5-pound jumps per workout. The bench press and the press are probably going to make 2.5-pound jumps per workout. They may eventually need smaller jumps than that. However, 2.5-pound jumps is kind of a good rule of thumb. Now you'll notice we're ignoring that at first. In the beginning, things were more technically challenging than they were physically challenging, so we're making a 5-pound jump, maybe the first couple workouts. But eventually, within a couple workouts, that's going to switch over to 2.5-pound jumps. So remember, here's kind of the guideline. Squat and deadlift go up 5 pounds per workout. Bench press and press go up 2.5 pounds per workout. When you're determining your starting weights, don't stress out too much about it. When in doubt, err on the conservative side. We hope this was helpful, and if it was, please let us know. Hit the subscribe button or leave us a comment below or give us a thumbs up. We hope to see you in some of our future videos, and as always, we hope this helps you get stronger and live better.